Hey guys, Perfection here, and today we're going to be talking about the controversy surrounding Dragon Ball FighterZ. And there's tons of controversy surrounding Dragon Ball FighterZ. But before we get into all that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for the greatest anime, gaming, and Dragon Ball channel on YouTube. Yes, the name is Perfection. So, Dragon Ball FighterZ was already amidst a lot of controversy from this community just for being a traditional fighting game with Dragon Ball skin. And whatever your preferences are, you have to admit a lot of people weren't liking this game from the get-go. But recently, news just dropped that probably just completely killed this game. So, I'm sure you've heard it by now. The season pass details, the different edition details have been revealed. And number one, if you do get the more expensive editions, you still do not get the season pass with those bundles. And some of these prices are ridiculous. You're paying $140 for a collector's edition and you're not getting the season pass with that. Now, I mean, it's not about being rich or broke. That just makes no sense for someone to pay $140 for Dragon Ball FighterZ. A lot of people were already saying right from the get-go, yeah, maybe if the game's $40, you know, I'll look at it, you know, maybe regular price, but really $140? Nah. But on top of that, not to get the season pass included, I really feel bad for you guys. I feel bad for, number one, you having bad taste for wanting to follow Dragon Ball FighterZ, but then to just get completely finessed by ArcSys is mind-boggling. It really is. And then you look at the season pass. They're cutting you 8 characters. 8 characters in a game that already has a puny roster. With these 8 characters, it's speculated that the roster is only going to be 32 characters. That's less than what Ultimate Tenkaichi had. I think they had, what, 40 something characters, 42 characters. And I mean, if you counted transformations, you had, what, 60. So Dragon Ball FighterZ just beat out Ultimate Tenkaichi for the worst roster ever. Let that sink in. Ultimate Tenkaichi has more characters than Dragon Ball FighterZ. 8 characters are worth, get this, 8 characters are gonna cost you $34.99. Now, I know a lot of people are going to try to do this thing where they compare it to other fighting games. Well, if this was another fighting game, you'd pay a lot more, so you should be okay with ArcSys trying to charge you out the butthole for this game. Look, Injustice 2, when you got their collector's edition or their, you know, definitive edition, you got all the, you got the season pass, you got all the characters, you don't have to worry about anything. When you pre-ordered, let's say Destiny 2, and you got the collector's edition, you got everything. You got the season pass for the DLC. So people who are trying to do this thing where they try to throw dirt on other games, stop it. That's not the point. We're not talking about what other companies are doing. We're talking about what ArcSys thought they were slick with what they were doing. They thought they had an intellectual property that they could manipulate. They thought they had a fan base that they could just finesse, and they didn't expect any backlash. I don't get how companies could be this greedy. I get the drive to want to make money. That's what a company wants to do. But to go this far, to manipulate a fan base and corrupt the intellectual property. And you got the defenders, they're right there, they're ready, they're out there in full force. Nobody should be complaining. You're immature if you're spending money on Dokkan whatever, which I'm not familiar with. I don't play Dokkan, but they're doing everything to try to do damage control on this game. They're trying to smear other games just to save their beloved Dragon Ball FighterZ. No. I don't care what other games are doing. I'm concerned with what this one is doing to this community. Stop being a defender. You know this is wrong. You know this can't be tolerated. Even if you wanted to just compare it to Xenoverse, look at all the content you got from getting the season pass for Xenoverse. You not only got the characters, you got characters, moves, story, content. You got music, you got new stages, you got new costumes, you got a whole bunch of content for that money. And in comparison with Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is, let's be honest, a toned down version of any Dragon Ball game. I mean, it's just a 2D fighter. You're getting far less content, but paying, I think it's even more, because I think the season pass for Xenoverse 2 was only $25. So it's ridiculous how people are trying to defend this. And my main concern about this is that ArcSys is going to get so desperate that they try to keep Xenoverse 2 from getting something to try to make their game look more alluring. And what I mean by that is they might go to Namco Bandai, and if there was plans for Xenoverse 2 to get Tournament of Power characters, then those plans could very well change. If ArcSys is desperate enough, they can say, look, we need more exclusive content. Things aren't working out. We're in trouble. The fan base is turned on us, and we need something to trick them again. So they could go to Namco and say, look, we want exclusive rights to Dragon Ball Super characters. We want Jiren, and we're going to work on him. We have his ultimate done. We're going to put a little sizzle trailer together, and we don't need Xenoverse 2 to have him too, because that's just going to hurt us as well. So they would very well have Dimps remove Dragon Ball Super characters out of their game, or halt those plans and save them, air quotations on save them, for Xenoverse 3, where we could have been getting them now in Xenoverse 2. And you know, they'll do that just to enhance the sales of Dragon Ball FighterZ if they think it will save that game. And that's where my concern ends. I don't care about Dragon Ball FighterZ personally, but I do care about my community. Some of the members of my community, they do care for it for some reason, and I'm not going to judge you for it. I wish you would have better taste, but it's ridiculous how they're trying to manipulate and finesse this entire community like they're slick. It's disgusting. $34 for 8 characters? No way. Not on your best day. That's ridiculous. You're getting far less content. Hold on. 11 musical tracks from the anime? So we're just gonna assume people Spotify doesn't work? Commentators pack? This is ridiculous. This is highway robbery. And I don't think anyone should stand for it. If anyone's defending this, they have problems. They're either a shield, they're either an ArcSys shield, or they really don't understand why this is wrong. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I want to hear your opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think of this travesty to the Dragon Ball gaming community? Because I'm disgusted of it, and it really needs to stop. Don't believe this stance that, oh, well, this is just part of the fighting game community and you should be used to it. DLC is a thing. Well, it can stop somewhere the moment the community puts its foot down and stops being susceptible to it. It doesn't have to continue, and you can speak with your wallets ultimately and say, look, we're not going to buy it. This is the reason why. This is why we have social media. You can be very clear as to why you're not going to support this game. And I guarantee you they will rethink when they make some DLC. At least be smart enough. If you're going to try to finesse a community, at least be smart enough to not announce the DLC 3 months before the game actually comes out. It's just like you're sitting there, the audacity. Like, yeah, we're going to charge you for characters that should be in a full game. We're going to announce it whenever we want. And you'll still buy it. That's their stance, because they think that this community is full of a bunch of dopes. And I won't see you guys be disrespected. I do not like that. So I'm gonna end the video there, guys. Again, I want to know your stances on it. Are you okay with it? Are you gonna get finessed? Are you gonna just not support this game? I recommend, everyone's been saying this, save your money for the ultimate super ultra edition that's gonna come out with all the content. Don't get tricked. Nobody really cares about this game. You weren't gonna go and be an Evo Pro. Just leave it alone. Just stop. I've been your perfect being, TheSuperitachi, and I will see you in the next video.